Going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody in the building. If you are here and you can hear me clearly, please put a number 1 in the chat. Please put a number 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Shout out to everybody in the building. Put a number 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly, family, before we get into today's show. Shout out to everybody, by the way. Shout out to everybody. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I see the ones in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. We are going to get into it today. Of course, welcome back to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everybody in the building. Please hit that like button and share today's show. Hit that like button and share today's show. Oh, yeah, we going there today, y'all. We got to talk about this. We have to talk about this. Yes, we do. So hit that like button, hit that share button, share it on your community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere that you share content. Make sure you share today's show. Make sure you share today's show. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm going to get to the chat room and give some shout outs while you guys hit that like button and hit that share button. But first, let's take care of the business. Shout out to our sponsor, Alpha Juice Co. Shout out to Alpha Juice Co. Fellas, today I will be drinking Soul Power. You know what that means, right? So, if you would like to try this, click the link down in the description box. Click the link down in the description box or click the link in the pinned comment section. And use my promo code at your checkout to get a discount off on your purchase. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's see who's in the building. Let's see who's in the building. Shout out to V3. What's going on, V3? Shout out to you. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Sutton, on the check-in. Salute, my brother. Salute. Shout out to Van and Van on the check-in. What's good? Salute. Shout out to my man, Bob. What's good, Bob? What's good? Shout out to Miss Letitia. What's up, Letitia? Good to see you. Always coming through and holding down the chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to Miss Shaw Newsom on the check-in. Good to see you, Miss Shaw Newsom. I appreciate your support. What's up, Alexis? What's going on? Good to see you. Shout out to Miss Salem in the building. Good to see you, love. Good to see you. Good to see you. What's good, Bucket? Shout out to Bucket in the building. Shout out to Bucket in the building. What's good, Akuma? Yeah, we talking about women today, bro. We talking about women today. Yup. We sure are. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan in the building. Salute to my comrade. Salute. Hey, Tanisha, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, we going in today, Miss Raven. We are going in today. Yeah, we got to talk about this. We have to talk about this. He said, so y'all want to go back to naming women Gladys and Marjorie too. Hey, man, I'm going to be honest. It don't matter what a woman name is. It's about her character. I'm not really hell bent on no names or none of that type of stuff. And we're going to get into that today. We're going to get into it. Because I think what is missing a lot of times with a show like this, womanhood should return to the 1940s. Should it? It's a question. It's a question. And I think it's it's a great question, because the topic that's been in the social media streets is marriage for black men and black women. It's been about marriage. What does it take to be in a marriage? Are we ready for marriage? Are we showing up as husbands? The conversation has been about marriage, right? And I always felt like the conversation was one-sided when it came to marriage. I think a lot of times we spent a lot of the conversation on men being husbands. You see? Because at the end of the day, men are pretty much to blame for marriages not working today. Overall, men are blamed for this, when it's both of our fault. It's the man and the woman. You see? But a lot of times in the conversation, it's always about what he didn't do. What he didn't do right, what he was supposed to do, what he never done. I did my part. He didn't do his part. You know, things of that nature. And I just think it's time for us to have the conversation honestly. We need to have the honest conversation where we both sit down and willingly admit that both parties are fucked up and how we need to work on becoming that wife and that husband for one another. Instead of just running around and having a conversation where we just pointing the finger. You see? And this is the problem. Because at the end of the day, just like the women can ask the question, are men showing up as husbands? We can ask the same question. Are these women showing up as wives? As much as y'all want a husband, are you ready to be a wife? I'm not talking about wifey. I'm not talking about wifey. I'm talking about a wife. Are you ready to be a wife? I'm not asking the question, are you ready to get married? See, we're going to stop having this conversation. We're going to stop having a conversation in a disingenuous manner. Because that's how I hear the conversation being had. What's up, Travis? Darryl Richardson in the building. We keep having this conversation from the standpoint of pointing the finger. Because at the end of the day, what I hear from a lot of you women is, I hear a lot of y'all want to get married. I don't hear a lot of y'all want to be wives. See, there's a difference. There's a difference. See, you want a man to show up as a husband, but you just want to get married. That's why you want a husband, because you just want to get married. Are you ready to be a wife? Are you ready for that? This is why we're having this discussion today. What's good, Mike C? You see? This is why. Because we need to talk about what the women were doing who were married. Because it seems like those women knew how to get a husband and knew how to keep one. Because that was their purpose. See, women today, y'all are not looking to be wives. So if you're not looking to be a wife, you're not looking to be kept. You're not looking to be provided for, protected, have problems solved for y'all. I'm not saying if you're looking to get married. I said if you're looking to be a wife. Are you showing up as a wife? You see, this is why a lot of y'all are getting fucked and left, because you're not showing up as a wife. You showing up as a girlfriend. This is why you're not even being offered, because you're not showing up as a wife. Think about your position in that man's life that you currently dealing with. Are you in a position, or are you the only woman in that position? Think about this. Because y'all said men supposed to show up and be husbands, right? But let's say we did. We still got to vet you in order to make you our wife. see, y'all think y'all could get up and say little cute euphemisms like that's going to take away from your responsibility for showing up the way you supposed to show up. See, that don't got nothing to do with me. Me showing up as a husband don't got shit to do with you showing up as a wife. See, because if I got to show up as a husband for you to show up to be a wife, that means you're not a wife. That means you're acting. That means you're acting, because you're supposed to show up as a wife, right? Because that's who you are. You're not acting. You don't do this because you're doing this for the right man. No, this is supposed to be who you are. See, a lot of y'all like to put on a costume. You think because you go in there and bake a cake, you a wife. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're playing wife dress up. And you want a man to show up and really be a husband while you continue to act like a wife. And then when you figure out that he's really a husband, that's when you're going to try your best to be a wife. You think men don't see this shit? You think we don't see this? Huh? You think we don't see this? We do. You're acting. You don't know what you're doing. You're acting. You're trying to convince me you're a wife. And you think over due time, I'm just going to accept you acting. But you never knew. See, men know. Men know when they're around a woman who's efficient in being a woman. See, because you're supposed to be that way whether you got a man or not. See, this is what y'all don't understand. This is why y'all don't want to hear this shit. Hit the like button and share the show. Y'all don't want to hear this. Not on Friday. Y'all don't want to hear this. Because y'all don't want to have real conversations because motherfuckers don't want to grow up. Everybody want to talk like they grown until it's time to have grown-up talk. Where you can't suck your teeth and frown your face up through the conversation. See? Everybody want to be grown till it's time to have a grown conversation. Now it's what happened to you was grown? What happened to that? Now when it's time to sit down and have a real grown-up conversation where you got to admit some shit about yourself, you're quiet like a church mouse. But you want to be a wife. No, you don't want to be a wife. You just want to be married. This is the problem with a lot of y'all women. Y'all don't want to be wives. Y'all just want to be married. You don't want to be a wife. You just want to be married. That's all. You want to tell her, I'm married. What about the work that come behind it? You being a wife. Well, and here's the slick shit that come out these women mouths today. This is how you know they not wives. Well, what do I need to do to be a good wife? Well, if you asking that motherfucking question, you're automatically disqualified. Because that's like a man asking you, well, what do I need to do to be a man? What do I need to do to prove to you that I'm a man? That disqualifies him, right? So if y'all coming out y'all mouth, which I hear a lot of y'all say, well, what do I need to do? How does a wife behave? Obviously, she don't behave like you. Obviously, she don't think like you. You just told on yourself, trying to be cute. You just told on yourself. You just showed that you don't qualify because you don't know. See, you were supposed to be taught this as a little girl. You don't learn this as a grown woman, and then a man takes you on as his wife, and then he got to work the kinks out with your ass having to grow up and him taking care of you at the same time. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You're supposed to come ready to be a wife. If you're still learning, hey, that's your problem. That's your goddamn problem. That's the job of the woman in your family, to get you ready to be a man's wife. You see? So when a man decides to marry you, you ain't sitting around calling around asking for recipes, panicking, trying to figure it out now. Because this is what a lot of y'all do. This is what a lot of y'all do too. You be in marriages trying to figure it out now. Now you're trying to be a wife. You don't know what the fuck to do. You don't know what to do. Let me get up and clean my house. It should have been clean. You're supposed to clean it every goddamn day. Let me run out and get something to cook for dinner. You're supposed to have been done that. See? But we got to show up as husbands while y'all just still figure it out and get it together. And we got to work through our trauma. Right? Then that's when they want to play the trauma card. Don't do that. But we got to come ready-made. We can't be angry. We can't have mommy issues. We can't have financial issues. We can't have none of that. But we got to come and deal with your shit. Right. The fact that you don't know how to cook real good. You don't know how to bake real well. Right. You don't even know how to cook a healthy meal because you're not educated. Right. So you don't know how to keep your man healthy and vital. Right. You lean on him to worry about what he eat every day, but you a fucking wife. Right? You don't feed your husband right because you don't know how to eat right because you don't eat right. Then you wonder why his dick dead. You done hit menopause and you want to have sex all the time and his dick dead because you done fed him macaroni salad all goddamn day. He been eating pork chops and gravy for the past 10 fucking years, and then you wonder why his dick is dead. You wonder why he run around with the floppy jalopy, because you fed his dick till it died. But you supposed to be a wife. Then his dick is dead. You run around telling your friends and mad at the world and telling the world, and you're looking for some side dick when you the reason why his dick dead, because you wasn't feeding him right. You didn't tell him to stop drinking so much liquor and stop smoking cigarettes, because you didn't give a fuck as long as he was bringing that money in. But you call yourself a wife. Wife. How? How? See, them women back in the day, you know why those men was able to go out there and work all those goddamn hours? Because what they ate, the shit that they were fed. That's how. When those men came home, they walked into a place of peace, some place that was clean and peaceful and quiet. He don't come home listening to goddamn Glorilla, walk through his goddamn house. I'm fuck nigga free. You cook and listening to Glorilla. He got to walk in his house and listening to you playing NBA Youngboy. The fuck? See, nobody telling y'all women to go and dress like these women from back in the day. None of that. But what about the qualities that those women possessed? A lot of you women don't possess them today. Just like y'all can say that the men, right, don't possess the qualities of your grandfather. See how this go? Ha! You see how this work? See, we gonna have the other side of the conversation today. Hit the like button and share the show. We gonna have the other side of the conversation. Just like y'all say, niggas don't know how to change tires. We don't know how to build nothing. We don't know how to fix nothing. Right. Those are the men back in the day. But y'all want us to be those men from back in the day. You want a man that know how to fix stuff, right? Man that know how to fix stuff around the house, right? Mm-hmm. But you not going to be that woman that know how to crochet. I got to know how to get up under the sink and fix the pipe. But you not going to be that woman that know how to hem my goddamn dress pants. A lot of you women don't even know how to hem pants. A lot of you women don't even know how to properly iron a dress shirt. Let's talk about this. We ain't gonna just keep, oh, these men don't know how to do nothing. These men, what do you know how to do, ma'am? What do you know how to do? Can you iron my goddamn button-up shirt? Do you know how to iron a button-up shirt correctly? Or do I got to show you? Or do I have to show you? Huh? Do I have to show you? Because just like y'all fathers had to teach y'all shit because they felt like men wouldn't know, we had to learn shit that y'all supposed to know. Half you women don't know how to cook a decent pot of rice. Let's talk about it. Hit the like button. Let's talk about that. You don't know how to cook a decent. I'm tired of y'all Insta rice cooking women. Don't tell me nothing about getting married. If you still use Insta rice, okay, I don't care. You women are lazy. You're lazy. If you are still cooking minute rice, I need you to shut up about marriage. I need you to shut up, okay? Because you lazy. See, them women back in the day, they weren't lazy. It took them hours to fix a meal. You want to come hand me some goddamn minute rice and some half-cooked fried chicken, talking about some, and some cream corn you got out the fucking can. This is most of our diets fucking with y'all. Let's talk about this. But you want to get married. You got me eating cream corn out the fucking can all damn day. Eating beans out the can. All we do is eat vegetables out the can. Fucking with you. But I gotta bet the house on you. Because you don't want to take the time to get fresh vegetables, cut them up, and store them. See, this is what women back in the day was doing. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it. You women don't even want to store your fruits and vegetables no more. You don't want to cut nothing up. You don't want to prep nothing. But a nigga's supposed to make you his wife. You don't even have the work ethic of a wife. You're too lazy. You want to cook wingdings all day. You women done got so goddamn lazy, you don't even want to cook the whole fucking chicken wing no more. You don't even want to cook the whole chicken wing. But then you wondering why these niggas don't want to keep jobs. You see how this works? You wondering why this nigga so inconsistent? Because you are. You wondering why he got a bad work ethic. What about your work ethic? Don't sit here and play like you just got treated bad the whole time. Get out of here. Fuck out of here. You ain't gonna tell me that, and y'all gonna stay off these airwaves doing that too. Y'all gonna start telling the goddamn truth on why you really ain't get a wedding ring yet. Because that's all you want. You want a ring. You don't want to be a wife. You just want the wedding. You don't want the title and the responsibility that come with being a wife. See, a lot of y'all women think marriage and the responsibility and the legalities behind marriage is just predicated on the man. That's why y'all so hell-bent on what we do and not y'all focusing on being a wife. See, because that's what you need to be talking about. How we need to be tightening up so these men can consider us to be a wife. See? You see? That's what you need to be talking about. That's what you need to be talking about. That's what you need to be talking about. Not talking about what these men ain't doing. Just like the men don't need to be sitting around hell-bent on women all day. It goes the same shit for y'all. You need to be focusing on building yourself up so a man can take you on as being his wife. But you're not doing that. You're more focused on him being a husband for you. He don't work for you. Y'all work together. You see? And see, a lot of men are opting out of marriage nowadays too, because they see that a lot of y'all women are just using men as saviors. Do you want to use the whole marriage thing as a way to rescue you from your problems in life? And now he has to take them on. No. A man is a natural problem solver. So when he's vetting you, if you're bringing a bunch of trouble toward him, if every time he talks to you, you got problems going on, you just troublesome, you know what that equates to? that equates to you being problematic. So not only am I going to have to continue to solve the problems in my life, if I take this woman on, she's going to bring a whole lot of extra bullshit in my life. And I'm not going to deal with that. This is why you don't get chose. Because you're a fucking headache. You're problematic. And you're looking for a man to lessen your problems. And you're using marriage as the vehicle. I spoke about this in the show, Connection or Convenience. Make sure y'all go and check that out. That was a very slept on show. Make sure y'all go and check that out. Because you're not showing up as a wife. See, because a wife wouldn't want to bring her problems, her personal problems, into her man's cipher. Because number one, a wife understands that number one, she's a woman, she's an adult, and her problems is her problems. See, a lot of y'all women, y'all want to get married so now you can transfer your shit. This is what y'all think marriage is. A transfer of bullshit. So if you love me, you would deal with it with me. This is what they do. But I'm your wife. So I'm supposed to deal with this shit for the next however many years of my life. You just never gonna grow up. You're not taking that on. That is that the characteristics of a wife? You got financial trouble. You got physical trouble, mental trouble. And you want and you ready to be a wife? You who's supposed to marry that? Huh? Why is he supposed to marry you? So you could stop being crazy? If he just marry you, you'll calm down. Huh? Shout out to the OG Mace on the check-in. What's up, ES? What's going on? Huh? Is that what y'all saying? If you marry us, we'll change. We'll calm down. Is that what y'all saying? Are y'all saying that the marriage settles it all? Because y'all are not showing up ready to be wives. Y'all are not wife ready. You're not prepared to be a wife. Now, I got to bring this up as an example. I'm not being funny and none of that. But I have to bring this up as an example. We just saw, not too long ago, Kevin Samuels pass away. And he was around a woman. How many of you women know CPR? You want to be a wife. Do you know CPR? You want to be a wife. Do you know first aid techniques? Can you clean a wound? This is shit women, wives, mothers, homemakers, caretakers supposed to know. Do you know how to do that? I'm listening. Do you know how to do that? You know how to talk shit, though. You know how to do that. You know how to clean a wound properly? I'm not talking about with Neosporin. Do you know how to clean a wound properly? Do you know these are basic feminine survival things? This is what women's supposed to know how to do. Men's supposed to know it too, but you supposed to know it. Stop putting it all on the man. You supposed to know it. You do too. Because there's a mother and a father, right? So daddy just know everything. Mommy knows nothing. Mommy's just a dumb follower, right? Because that's how y'all want to show up and then call yourselves wives. I'm listening. I'm hearing a lot about what black men don't know how to do. Huh? Do you know CPR? Do you got a first aid kit in your house? Do you know how to give basic stitches? Do you know how to do these things, young lady? Huh? But I need to know how to fix pipes. I need to know how to build a porch. I need to know how to change a tire. I need to know how to change the oil. While you do what? I come and know how to do all this while you know how to do what? Take back shots and fried chicken? And talk shit and tell me what you want? Because that's all I see. That's all I see. Huh? Do you know how to balance a checkbook? Huh? All you women be talking about, I need me a man with a bag. I need a bag. He need a bag. Do you know how to balance a checkbook, young lady? Where you run into your fucking mouth talking about money? Do you know how to balance your checkbook? Do you have your own checkbook? Have you ever had one? Huh, wife? You know how to balance a checkbook? Listening. Do you know basic accounting skills? But you want a nigga that makes 6 figures and own his own business. Do you have basic accounting skills, young lady? You want your man to make enough money so we can hire y'all, right? But you ain't got no fucking skills. How you gonna be my assistant? You don't have no skills. But this is what you're good at. This is what you're good at. Go in there and make me some socks. Can you do that? Huh? Can you go in there and make me a winter hat? You'll make me some Scullies for the winter? I need 5 of them, babe. Different colors. Can you do that? While you're talking shit. Can you do that? Can you make me some gloves? I want to make them. Don't go buy them. I want you to make them. Can you do that? See, you're wondering why the black family don't have a lot of money. The black family don't have a lot of money because we go and outsource and just pay for everything. See, back in the day, women used to make shit. This is how the women always had money. You see? Because they had skills. You see that? We're going to get into this. I'm about to share the article. I'm about to share this article. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share the show. We getting into it now. Now we getting into it. What's up, Nelson? What's good? We can get into it now. Now we about to get into it. What's up, Carl? What's good? We about to share the screen. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Now, let's get to the facts. Let's talk about it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button and share the show. Hit the like button and share today's show. This is from the Collegian. This is from the Collegian. Kansas State. It's a school. See, y'all see it. It says recent studies prove traditional gender roles bring greatest happiness. This is an article from 2014. So it's not 25 years old or none of that. Okay. This is written by Andrew Rogers, March 9, 2014. Recent studies prove traditional gender roles bring greatest happiness. But y'all get up here and say, oh, my grandmama wasn't happy. My great grandmama wasn't happy. That was your great grandmama. We ain't gonna sit there and say, because your grandmama wasn't happy, that those women back in the day wasn't. We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Kenny Wills, salute. We're not doing that. Because now we're gonna go to the facts. Now we're gonna go to the facts. And just because your great grandmama was unhappy in her day, don't mean you have to be unhappy presently, young lady. Just in case you didn't know. Recent studies prove traditional gender roles bring greatest happiness. Many feminists argue that having different defined marriage roles for men and women is oppressive. Right, it's oppressive. Because it contradicts certain abstract principles that men and women must be exactly the same in every way. However, when deciding what the ideal roles for men and women in relationships should be, it seems that we should be more concerned with what makes individual men and women the happiest, not with abstract principles which force everyone to be the same and in turn not achieve full happiness by either gender. Do y'all understand this? Do y'all understand this? You wonder why you're not happy. It's because you're going against your nature. That's why you're not happy. That's because you're trying to make some shit up. That's what they're telling you. Your grandmama didn't make nothing up. Your great-great-grand, they didn't make it. They followed the script. See, because once you get caught up in all of this abstract bullshit, this is why now they're trying to turn society homosexual. Because men and women don't want to embrace their roles. They add too much intersectionality where things are not clear. This is when you can introduce chaos to society. See, y'all don't understand how deep this shit is. Y'all don't understand how deep this shit really is. See, now they're able to convince people that society should no longer be heterosexual, which goes against nature, which will lead to anarchy in society. Y'all don't see this? And they're using the black celebrities to introduce all of this to y'all to make it cool. That's why they show you Lil Willow and Jaden and Zaya Wade and Blue Ivy. That's why they do this. To convince you to say, yeah, it's okay. There are no gender roles. We are who we are. And that's when they could say, no, you're not a straight man. You're just a man. There's no such thing as straight men anymore. Because you niggas want to play this game. Because you don't want to follow what the fuck works. Because see, what works is how God made it. That's why he made it that way. Because that's the way it worked. But you niggas want to follow the devil and make up shit. Oh no, oh, who said that? Oh no, who said you gotta do that? Oh no. In the next goddamn decade, you gonna have straight people getting goddamn humiliated for being straight. Watch. Mark my goddamn words. In the next decade or two, it is going to be unpopular to be a straight man or a straight woman. Watch. Because you niggas keep feeding this shit. And then our children are going to have to grow up in this. See, you niggas keep playing games. Y'all forget that our children are going to have to deal with this. You forgot? Okay. Let's get back to the article. However, when deciding what the ideal roles for men and women in relationships should be, it seems that we should be more concerned with what makes individual men and women the happiest. See that? Not with abstract principles which force everyone to be the same, and in turn not achieve full happiness by either gender. This is why both sides are miserable, the men and the women. They just told you why. A February 6, 2014 New York Times article by Lori Gottlieb attempted to come to grips with the results of research showing that relationships with egalitarian gender roles were tied to lower marital and sexual satisfaction for women. Gottlieb reported on a study published in the American Sociological Review by Sabino Kornick, Julie Brines, and Katrina Lewip, entitled Egalitarianism, Housework, and Sexual Frequency in Marriage. Gottlieb reported that if men did all of what the researchers characterized as feminine chores like folding laundry, cooking, or vacuuming, the kinds of things many women say they want their husbands to do, then couples had sex 1.5 fewer times per month than those with husbands who did what were considered masculine chores. There it is. Y'all see it right there. Oh, so you want him to cook and clean and do laundry? We not fucking y'all. That takes away the testosterone. This is the study. This is the results. See? So when you want a nigga to be the in-house chef, he might not be dropping that dick off like he used to. You wonder why? You wonder why he don't want to touch you? He's repulsive of you. Ha! You wondering why he just do it one time and he can't get back up? He's not excited. You wonder why? Let's read that again. Gottlieb reported if men did all of what the researchers characterized as feminine chores, like folding laundry, cooking, or vacuuming, the kinds of things many women say they want their husbands to do, then couples had sex 1.5 fewer times per month than those with husbands who did what were considered masculine chores, like taking out trash or fixing the car. The greater the husband's share of masculine chores compared with feminine ones, the greater his wives reported sexual satisfaction. Hey, ladies. You've been wondering why he ain't been beating it up. Why he don't beat it up no more? Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? Where's that at? What happened to that? That boy used to go like a freight train. What happened? You want to know what happened? Remember, he used to torture rack you. He used to treat you like Lex Luger and body slam you. Remember, he used to feel like you was about to catch a heart attack. Remember that? Remember, he used to steal your breath. Remember that? What happened? You've been wondering the past 5 years what happened to the zeal in his penis. It's in the chores that you've been saying you need help with. I need help with the chores. That's where it's at. That's where his dick at. His dick is in the laundry room. His dick in there with the towels in there hanging up. Yeah. We're going to talk about this today. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. It's in there with the towels and the washcloths. That's where it's at. Crazy, Raven. Shout out to Nelson. Nelson says, thanks for speaking the truth. We must protect our children at all costs. That's a fact. That's a fact, my brother. Shout out to Nelson. I appreciate you. Did I miss any other super chats? I'm going to scroll up for a second. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm going to put the show on hold for a second. I'm going to see if I missed any super chats. Shout out to everybody in the building. If I missed it, I appreciate it. Oh, there it is. Shout out to Mike C. I appreciate the super chat, Mike C. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to everybody in the building, though. Right. Pound game missing in action. Yeah. What's good, Jervis? Shout out to Jervis in the building. What's good? Let's get back to the article. The study reported that data from the National Survey of Families and Households, not from SheepStaysLeepTV, okay? This is not coming from SheepStaysLeepTV. This is not coming from the angry fat guy on YouTube. No, y'all heard where this is coming from. Let's read it again. It's in the article. The study reported that data from the National Survey of Families and Households, not DS1 Ross, not SheepStaysLeepTV. I'm just reporting the facts. It's from the National Survey of Families and Households. It showed that couples with more traditional housework arrangements had sex more frequently. No floppy jalopy. No 4 minutes of desperation. You see what it said? They had sex more frequently. You see? Those women were sexually satisfied. You wonder why you're not? These are the facts. It's not what I made up. I didn't make this up. This is what the report shows. Don't get mad at me. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's just what it says. I'm just reading what it says. I'm just reading what it says. I'm just reading the words. I'm just reading the words. That's all I'm doing. I'm just reading the words. That's all. Just reading the words. Not the words. I'm just reading the words. That's all I'm doing. That's all. Don't kill me. Don't kill me, Dad. Don't kill me. I just really need herbs. That's all. I just really need herbs. That's all I do. The study reported that the data from the National Survey of Families and Households showed that couples with more traditional housework arrangements had sex more frequently, suggesting that adhering to traditional gender roles exerts a stronger influence over individual behaviors, including sexual frequency, than marital exchange for sex between heterosexual married partners. See? You see? So it was more of a natural sexual thing. Then when you don't adhere to the traditional gender roles, it's like an exchange. And this is what you have now. It's convenience. You see? Where it's not supposed to be that way. But we don't like to follow what works. Gottlieb seems to try to justify this by making the strange argument from couples therapist Esther Perel that most of us get turned on at night by the very things that we'll demonstrate against during the day. It seems that this sort of inconsistency in individuals' public and private behaviors should be seen as a problem and as a reason to change one or the other. However, it isn't just intimacy that is harmed by the imposition of abstract feminist principles. Former collegian opinion editor and current associate editor for the Libertarian Republic, Ian Hewlett, recently reported on a study in which psychologists surveyed a representative sample of 6,000 New Zealanders and found that a man's score on a test of benevolent sexism, a view of women as deserving of men's adoration and protection, which was directly correlated with his overall life satisfaction. Their results also indicated that women are happier in relationships with sexist men. Huh? What? Should I read that again? I don't think y'all heard that. I'm going to read that last part again. I don't think y'all heard that. Shout out to MR in the building. I'm going to read that again. Psychologists surveyed a representative sample of 6,000 New Zealanders and found that a man's score on a test of benevolent sexism. Benevolent sexism is a view of women as deserving of men's adoration and protection, was directly correlated with his overall life satisfaction. Y'all hear this, ladies? Y'all paying attention? Their results also indicated that women are happier in relationships with sexist men. With men who say women do this, men do this. We not playing this intersectionality thing. We're not doing this. And the results show that women are happier and much more satisfied in these types of relationships. So are y'all actually going against yourselves? See, because this is why your great grandmamas was married. They were married. They had a traditional marriage, traditional relationship, meaning The gender roles were traditional. Why you think your great grandmama has so many goddamn children? Because Pop was grand slamming her ass every night. Huh? That's why you got so much uncles and aunts. That's why your mama got so many brothers and sisters. Because your father was grand slamming Esther. Grand slamming Marjorie. Knocking her out the park. That's why she had 13 children. You women nowadays struggling to have one. These women had 13, 14, 20 children. Why? Why? Because the energy between the two. That's why. He loved grand slamming grandma ass, and she loved getting knocked out the park. And she loved getting knocked out the park. Why? Because Papa did what he had to do, and she did what she had to do. It wasn't no Papa was more than this, and I'm more than that. No. Papa did his job, and he did his job exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. You see that? And that's what she did. And that's what she focused on. That's why it worked. That's why it worked. Okay, they broke up, but they got divorced, DS1. Okay, that's life. So that means you throw everything away because of the divorce. So now you just throw everything away, right? See, that's the problem. You women are living in a fairy tale. Women back in the day wasn't in no fairy tales. They knew what life was about. They knew what this world was about. They knew how the system viewed her and her goddamn man and her children. So she did what was necessary to play her role. You see? If feminism is meant to support women, then it seems that it should be more focused on what makes women the happiest and less focused on empirically unsupported principles about male-female sameness. Exactly. This is how you know feminism is not for you. You see? Feminism is not for you because feminism is making you unhappy. It's making you miserable. You know why? Because you're not getting no dick. Huh? You're dickless. Y'all are rose petal champions because you are feminists. And that's how it always been. You're over there with a bunch of feminists and dykes. And y'all over there zapping y'all clits to death. That's why down there y'all woman clits be looking like chicken gizzards. You ain't having no sex. That's how y'all clits be looking. Clit be in shock. Clit got rigor mortis. Because you want to be a feminist. You want men and women to be the same. Good. Well, keep jerking off. Keep living like that. Because that's what you're going to get. She want us to be the same. That's your nickname. With the big butt. That's your new name. With the big butt. Because you want to be, you think men and women are the same. That's why you're going to keep beating your box up with that fake Johnson. That's why. The studies say it. We ain't cracking jokes. Take it up with them. Take it up with the psychologist. And you can be mad all you want because you know you got a desk full of dicks next to your bed. You know you do. You know you do. You know you do. You know you got a desk full of dicks. We know because when we walk in your bedroom, we smell it. Because a lot of y'all don't keep them shits clean. You shock yourself and then throw it in a drawer and go to sleep. You don't even clean it off. Don't get mad. It's the truth. Don't get mad. It's the truth. Don't get mad. It's true. If feminism is meant to support women, right? Then it seems that it should be more focused on what makes women the happiest. Yeah, like getting dick down. Don't that make y'all the happiest? Huh? Don't that make y'all the happiest? Getting grand slammed? You know, waking up after he done slayed you and you feel like you're crawling out of a cave? Yeah, you're not getting that feeling anymore because you're a feminist. That's why. You a hard crotch feminist. That's why your coochie lips hard. If feminism is meant to support women, then it seems that it should be more focused on what makes women happy, the happiest, and less focused on empirically unsupported principles about male-female sameness. Exactly. Instead of you worrying about doing what men do with their dicks. That's why you ain't getting no dick. Because you're more focused on what men are doing instead of you focused on being a wife. Right? Many feminists see masculinity and femininity as inherently oppressive. Y'all hear this? See that? That's intersectionality. This is how they introduce and turn society and turn everybody into being homos. This is how they're going to make your children. This is how they're going to make our children be homosexuals. You heard that? How the fuck is masculinity and femininity inherently oppressive? Who would say some shit like that? A demon, a devil, because they're trying to make same-sex relationships the order of the fucking day. See that? See how they see the game? I hope y'all paying attention. I hope you're paying attention. You're wondering why you keep attracting little soft, sweet boys, little laffy taffy boys. Yeah, you wondering why? You wonder why he like to piss sitting down. You wondering why you keep attracting these soft ass men. You wonder why? Because you want a same nigga. You want a nigga to do what you do. You want him to do it like you. Yep. Till you find out he bend over like you too. See, this is why y'all women are getting what y'all getting. Because you want to be against tradition. You want to go against what works. You want to go against what God put in place. Man and woman. Men do this, women do this. You want to say, why, God? No, we going to make it like this. Yup, that's the devil. See, the devil did that first. See, you don't know that? Self-serving, egotistical. I don't want to listen to what work. I want to make a whole world for myself where I could do what I want and be a pervert. That's the devil. And that's what he's trying to make society into a bunch of fucking perverts. You're going to see people getting their ass licked in the middle of the street. Falling for this bullshit. See what they doing? And guess who they're going to use to complete the whole cipher? They're going to use black men and black women. That's why they keep promoting the gender war. I told y'all this. And they can finally say that black men and black women don't want to be together no more. So why don't black men and black men be together? Y'all always loved each other anyway. Y'all niggas don't see what's going on? Y'all don't see what's going on? Y'all don't see this shit yet? And then they're going to legalize it. They're going to say it's okay. Everybody in society. You don't got to have kids. What you mean you ain't got to have kids? What you mean you don't want children? If it's not something biologically wrong with you, that's why the fuck you're here. The fuck you mean? Oh, you trying to play into this agenda. Y'all better wake up. We going into OT today, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to my brother Rob. Shout out to my brother Rob in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute. Salute, 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 man. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. What's up, Just Me? I don't know. That's a question you might need to answer. Just Me. You might need to answer that. Shout out to my brother, the Black Man's Heart Podcast. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Salute. Dion says, what you said, bro? He said, you 5 years late, Sheep. Sec in the middle of the street in broad daylight. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm talking about same-sex marriage. Same-sex. Sex. One cool uncle. Salute. Salute. That's what I mean, Dion. That's what I mean. But let's get back to the article. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button and share the show. Hit the like button and share the show. Let's read this last paragraph. This is the last paragraph. Let's read it again. If feminism is meant to support women, then it seems that it should be more focused on what makes women the happiest and less focused on empirically unsupported principles about male-female sameness. Many feminists see masculinity and femininity as inherently oppressive. Inherently oppressive. However, if the research shows that playing these roles makes both men and women happier, then who exactly is being oppressed? I didn't say this. The article did. The article did. The article just asked the question. Who's really being oppressed? Are y'all really being oppressed? If y'all are actually doing what makes y'all happy based on the survey and the results. The results show if y'all do this, you'll be happier. So why don't you just do that? Why don't you just do what the women done that made them happy? Same thing go for us, fellas. Same thing go for us. But when we ask the question, should womanhood return to the 1940s? We just read in that article, right? And they had studies that prove that women who followed their role, who knew their role and played it, are happier, were happier. They lived a more fulfilled life. And so did the men. So let's get to this second article. Let's get to the second article. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button and share today's show. Womanhood should return to the 1940s. Should it, ladies? Should it? We're going to get to the second article. But I want y'all to get down in the comment section when the show is over and let me know what you think. Y'all could agree, disagree, it don't matter to me. Because at the end of the day, you can disagree with me, but you can't argue facts. You can even disagree with the facts. A disagreement is just a disagreement. But at the end of the day, the facts are the facts, whether you disagree with it or not. You see? So shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Shout out to everybody. Dion says videos on the internet, people having sex in the middle of the street. Oh yeah, I saw that, bro. But I ain't seen no same sex people. I ain't seen no same sex in the street. I ain't see that, bro. That's crazy. But I'm not opposed to it happening, So let's get to this second article. Share my screen. Let's get to it. Y'all see it. How 1940s housewives mastered the art of frugality. Now, that's right, my brother. He said one's agreement doesn't determine if something is true or not. Facts, my brother. Facts. Now, before we get into the article, it's something that I've heard growing up a lot. And they always say, like, men back in the day, they were cheap. Oh, you cheap. Oh, you cheap. Oh, you just trying to keep everything. Right? No, what those men were and what those women were and they understood was frugality. To be frugal, which is something Black people don't practice anymore because we're caught into consumerism. See? So let's get to the definition of frugality. Frugality is the quality of being economical with money or food. Thriftiness. Let's read that again. Frugality. The quality of being economical with money or food. You got women today that tell you it's no excuse to be frugal. If you frugal, you just don't make enough money. This is what you got Black women saying. Mind you, These women do not make six figures. Most of these women don't even make $60,000 a year. But say a nigga can't be frugal. When the average man make 45 grand a year. The average man make 45 grand a year. But you got women out here saying, if you're frugal, it's because you don't make enough money. This is why you women don't have nothing. This is why the men that y'all get in relationships with, this is why y'all never build anything, because you don't know how to be frugal. You don't know how to be frugal. And see, this goes back to showing up as a wife. See, because a lot of you women are money hungry and you're thirsty bums. This is you. So when a man lives his life a certain way and he say, this is what we gonna do to get to this point, you got a problem. You got a problem. Because he should just freely spend on something you didn't work for, which also shows the lack of respect you have for that man, because you want him to go spend all the fucking money that he worked for. And you want him to spend it on what? Your vanity? Now, let's say he want to give you what you want. Did you deserve it? Did you earn it? What did you do? What did you do? Nothing. You did nothing. That's why you won't have nothing. This is why you have nothing. Okay? This is why y'all have trouble with getting men to do shit for y'all, because y'all are begging bums. All y'all do is beg. You beg and talk about what you don't have and what you need. You a bum. You know why you're a bum? Because you are a frivolous consumer. You're a bum. That's what makes you a bum. Let's read the definition again. We're going to learn something today. Frugality, the quality of being economical, not being cheap with your bum ass. With your bum ass. You go shop at the $10 store and then call a nigga cheap. How dare you? The quality of being economical, not being broke. The quality of being economical with money or food. Half y'all chicks can't even do your food stamps right. You spend all your goddamn food stamps up before the fucking money's over. You need to learn something about being frugal. Your goddamn food stamps don't last you the whole month, you bum. You bum. We're going to talk about this. Let's talk about it. Hit the like button and share the show. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Yes, being frugal is being smart. Of course it is. That's why the definition of it is economical. It's economically sound. Rich people, real rich motherfuckers. Not them niggas with a Cuban on and that's driving a rented car. Real rich people are frugal. You know, the motherfuckers with generational wealth, they're frugal. They don't go to Louis and spend $5,000. They tell Louis to kiss their ass. You see that? Understand something about life and how you build something. how 1940s housewives mastered the art of frugality. Housewives had to adapt to a changing selection of foods at the grocery store and a general make do with less attitude that that rationing enforced. You see that? Let's read that again. Housewives had to adapt to changing selection of foods at the grocery store and a general make do with less attitude. Make do with less attitude that rationing enforced. Luckily, most women at the time were extremely good at planning. Are you women good at planning? Oh no, planning is just for men. Planning is just for men. Okay. And having just lived through the Great Depression, they were used to making things last as long as possible. How many of you women do that now? DS1. Why we gotta make shit last forever? All we gotta do is buy another one. You're a bum. You're wasteful and you're a bum. See? You're a consumer. You're a loser. You're gonna be the reason why we lose every fucking thing. Because you're greedy and thirsty for attention. Because that's all you women want this silly, dumb shit for. So you could show it off. And it means nothing in the big scheme of things. It means nothing in real life. That's not going to uphold a marriage. Y'all going to get it one day. You're going to get it. You're going to get it after today's show. I bet that. In the 1940s, the government issued pamphlets and held classes on ways to cook on the ration. But guidance also came from the private sector. Recipes in ladies' magazines also encouraged a bevy of strategies to make food stretch further. Y'all women be talking about y'all don't want to eat leftovers. I'm too cute to be eating leftovers. Get your bum ass out of here. Could you afford to buy something else? No, you got to call a man, right? Then shut your bum ass up. You can't be a cute bum. Shut up. Here are just some of the ways that women back then truly mastered the art of frugality. Oh, looks familiar? Does this look familiar? Does this look familiar? Oh, okay. Substitutions. The dark and rich dried chicory root was used to make weak coffee taste stronger and sometimes even replacing coffee altogether. Another coffee replacement was Postum, an instant drink made from toasted wheat. This is just one example of how people made do without their favorite items in the 1940s. So don't tell me you can't do it. Them women did it. You don't need to drink coffee. You don't need to go to Starbucks. You don't need to drink coffee. Back in the 1940s, look at the substitutions they made. People loved it. Some people stopped drinking coffee altogether. And guess what? Coffee's not really good for you anyway, right? Too much coffee isn't good for you anyway. The women did this. The women. See, because when you're responsible for the household and the quality of the household, it's not just how you make the house look. It's about the food that we eat. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and the physical food that you cook. You see this? Let's continue. Meatloaf. You wonder where meatloaf came from? You wonder where the traditional food came from, the traditional meals? Look, meatloaf. Meatloaf and various kinds of casseroles were common ways to stretch ingredients or disguise certain foods. Government recipes included directions on how to do this. These dishes became so popular, we still eat them today. I knew I grew up eating meatloaf. I knew I grew up eating meatloaf. Meatless meals. Oh, wow. This is something new. Not eating meat. Really? Really? No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's not nothing new. This been going on. It's nothing new under the sun. You know that, right? There's nothing new under the sun. You guys thought this was something that's new. This is not new. Okay? You can get full with no meat on your plate. They did it already. I know, I was there. Yeah, you see it. Oh, yeah. Let's read. Meatless meals. Vegetarian meals became the norm during World War II. Oh, no, we just started becoming vegans. Oh, this is a new phenomenon. Oh, everyone's becoming a vegetarian. Oh, that's new. Oh, really? They said it since World War II. They said this shit been going on since World War II. Hmm. 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 Okay. Yeah. Of the 21 meals on a proposed weekly meal plan during the war, only 1/3 of them contained meat. Instead of meat, main dishes for meals were suggested to be things like rarebit, an open-faced sandwich of melted cheese on toast, or beans with bread. Reduced sugar. All the shit that they telling women to do now. Y'all not paying attention? Reduce sugar. No meat. Making substitutions for things. Finding healthier alternatives. All the things you know that they've been promoting now. All we got to do is go back and look in history and see what worked. See now what they do is they sell it back to you. They sell it back to you. They sell it to you in the name of Whole Foods. Yeah. This is how they tell you need to go back to the 1940s. They give you Whole Foods and Sprouts and all of these stores and all of this. We're going green and Jamba Juice on every corner, and we drink juices and all of that. All you gotta do is look at your history. You've been doing it. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. It should just remind you of where you came from. That's all. Come on, man. Come on. Reduce sugar. To make desserts, housewives use less sugar. Black men always catching diabetes. We got diabetes. Black men got diabetes. Black men catch cancer. What is the number one thing for those two things? Sugar. 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 But these women back in the 1940s, you know, the women y'all don't want to be. They made desserts with reduced sugar. See, so we still can eat all the pie and cake and whatever dessert you want to make us. You could just make it healthier. The women did it back in the day. Why you can't do? What's your excuse now? Huh? Your great grandmammy did it. Well, you can't do it. Huh? That's how Papa lived till he 80. That's how. To make desserts, housewives use less sugar. Fruit desserts and low sugar puddings became common during this time, though often it was corn syrup that replaced the sugar in recipes, as it was not as in demand for troops rations. One recipe for apple pie from the era used only 1 tablespoon of each sugar and warm honey for sweetness, which shows that corn syrup was not always an option for those families, but they made do. Come on now. Come on now. Shout out to Boogeyman in the building. Salute. What's up, Eyeball Torres? Eyeball Torres, salute. These days, bacon don't even move. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody. Boogeyman says, let's practice being frugal because trying to go back to the 1940s won't change anything if we're not frugal and budget our money. Facts. Facts, bro. Facts. It's not about, you can't go back to that time. We all know you can't go back to that time. You can go back to that time in your mind. You could go back to that time in history and see what worked. That's the point. That's the point. Doing what works. Why black people always try to find a way to not do what works? We want to make up some shit when we just simply do what works. Do what works. You ain't got to go back to 1940, but you could be frugal now. What's stopping you? We know what's stopping you. Your desires. You flipping your goddamn phone and seeing Louis bags and jackets and trips to Dubai and BBLs. That's why you can't be frugal. Because you need a bag. Why I can't have a bag? That's what it is. Nigga, gotta get them J's. You just gotta get them J's, nigga. Like they don't make other sneakers. You gotta get the J's, though. And you gotta get them new, and you gotta get them when they first come out. The new 2K just came out. It's $75, and you gotta buy it. You niggas are buying $100 video games. You gotta buy it. You gotta buy it. You just gotta buy it. I need that. I need that. I need an iPhone. Why? Why? So you could be nosy? That's what all this shit is really about. Because guess what? If society shut down today, your foolish desires will disappear. If they stop making iPhones, you wouldn't want one. If they didn't make iPhones, would you want one? If they stopped making flip phones, you'll still have one. If flip phones were still cool, you'll still have one. But you don't have one no more because you don't want nobody to say you're not cool. Simple. You're a follower. You're not living your life. You're living your life so everyone else can say, hey, look at them. That's nice. That's what you're living for. That's what you're living for. You living so somebody could say, oh, their house is nice. You living for somebody to say, oh, I like that car. That's why you living. That's why you living. That's why most of y'all live. You ain't living for your goddamn self. You not living for yourself. You living for the approval of the goddamn public. If the public say you a bum, you a bum. If the public say you don't make enough money, you don't make enough money. If according to the public statistics and what you got to live up to in their minds, you'll never be shit. And this is what I want y'all to understand. You'll never be shit. Never. We got to go back to what works. Gardening. Oh. You don't know what's on the vegetables, right? You don't know what's in that. You don't know how much is in there, right? How about you grow your own shit? Then you'll know what's in it. How about that? How about that? Don't tell me you can't grow nothing. There's people growing fruits and vegetables in their fucking windowsill, in the projects. There's people growing weed in the projects, in closets. Don't tell me you can't grow nothing, woman. I don't want to hear that shit. You're being lazy. Don't tell me you can't grow nothing. You're a liar. If you got a goddamn terrace, you can grow fruits and vegetables right out of a goddamn flower pot. You just don't want to do it because you don't want to be frugal and grow your own shit. And then the shit that you grow, after you eat it, whatever's left, you can sell. This how your great-great-great-great-grandmama had money. This is why your great-great-grandfather had money, and he was an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Yeah, that was my granddaddy. Both of them. Entrepreneur. Yeah. You know why? Because they had skills. Entrepreneur. Yep. My great-grandfather and my great-grandmother, they ran a farm down in Georgia. My great-grandfather, he became a butcher by trade because he handled the meat. He slaughtered and cleaned the meat. My grandmama tilled to the land. She dealt with all the rice, all the grain, all the fruit, all the vegetables, all the chickens. But when it came to that slaughterhouse, that was my grandfather, my great-grandfather, who taught my grandfather, who taught my father, who taught me. See? See, my daddy taught my mama, you go get your meat from the meat market. You don't go to the grocery store. Because my grandfather worked in the goddamn meat market. And they sold meat, packaged meat to the supermarkets. And you got to put dye and all that shit in there so it could preserve itself. So my grandfather told my father, hey, you go get your meat from the meat market. That's fresh meat. And if it don't look right, you don't buy it. My father taught that to my mother. You go to the meat market. You see that? You see that? My great-grandfather took care of his family. And my great-grandmother, they took care of their family off the land. Off the land. My father used to ride with my great-grandfather to go make sales, to go sell meat to other landowners. The men, it was guys of all color, all races. They used to let my father and my uncle, God bless the dead, the both of them, used to let them out in the back. They go out there and pick all types of fruit, all types of nuts, pecans, almonds, all that. Entrepreneur. Yeah. Yeah. Gardening. You grow what you eat. You eat what you kill. You eat what you kill. See? Gardening. Many housewives were able, took up gardening as a way to reduce the bill at the grocery store. Let's read that again. Let's read it again. Many housewives who were able took up gardening as a way to reduce the bill at the grocery store. That's why women gardened. Not because men had them chained to the goddamn porch and made them, force them to grow stuff. No, fool. No. It was to save money on the groceries. Being economically sound. Frugality. Being economical with food. Y'all call it being cheap because you're a bum. And you think a man is expendable. And you think he's here for you to just run through him. When you're done, you put him down like an ATM card that ain't got no more money left on it. And this is why y'all are alone and fucked up with nothing. Because you're not showing up as wives. Just like we're not showing up as husbands. Y'all not showing up as wives. No. You're not looking to cut cost on you and your husband's life. You just think he's supposed to make more money. You a bum. You're a bum. What if he did make more money? So the more money he make, the more money you spend, huh? You're a bum. You're not a wife. You're a bum. You're a bum. The more he make, the more you take. You're a bum. You're a bum. Many housewives who were able took up gardening as a way to reduce the bill at the grocery store. This also meant that they weren't restricted to only what was available on rations. At the time, canned goods were especially useful to troops overseas. So, reducing the civilian demand for canned fruits and vegetables was vitally important. Vitally important. Vitally important. It was vitally important because it has something to do with those men's vitality, their health. Victory gardens popped up all over the U.S. and housewives were encouraged to can whatever they could at home. See that? See that? You see that? See that? Energy saving. Energy saving. Posters and media created by the US government urge people to save energy in every way possible. People were encouraged to walk or ride share, and gasoline was rationed. Even water was warned to be conserved. Any attempt at saving the nation money through conserving resources was publicized during this time. See, this is another way on how women help men, because they know men don't just do things for women. Men do things for the greater good for everyone. So the way women assisted in that was by doing these things. You see? You see? Recycling. People were encouraged to recycle everything. Really. Despite the fact that garbage collection, recycling was not yet enacted. Instead, there were drivers for scrap, rubber, and metal, as well as for used cooked fats. Housewives wage war on. See that? Y'all see this? Use it up. Use it up. Housewives made use of everything they could. At home, housewives made their clothing, supplies, and housewares last longer by mending them. When that couldn't be done, they recycled them into something else. Old dresses became rags, and old suits might become a lady's suit skirt, and scraps of fabric was saved to make quilts. I ain't making no blanket. I could just buy one. Okay. All right. We know that. They save buttons off old shirts. They braided rags to make rugs. And a dish called waste not soup was popular. To make this dish, throw together any vegetables that are about to spoil with salt, pepper, spices, beans, and or a small quantity of meat, if available, and soup stock or water. The result was different each week, but fed many families at dinner time. Thank you. That's gumbo. Thank you, Just Me. That's gumbo. We might not be under the same threat of war that people in the 1940s faced, but these ways of being frugal can still help us today if we so choose. And that's the end of that article. If we so choose. So nobody's telling y'all to be the women in the 1940s. Nobody telling y'all to go back and be those women. Those days are over. But if you want to know what works, what have worked back then, and it'll still work right now today. Just go do some history. Or make sure you subscribe to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Make sure you catch today's show. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. We are at 2 hours. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate all the love and the support. The links to these articles will be down in the description box. The links to these articles will be down in the description box. I appreciate everyone for tuning into today's show. If you enjoyed today's show and you would like to donate monetarily, Cash App $Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Cash App $Sheep Stay Sleep TV is where y'all can go for all monetary support. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate all the Cash Apps. I appreciate y'all. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share today's show. If y'all haven't yet, if you're new here, welcome to all the new supporters. Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to our lovely sponsor, Alpha Juice Co. Shout out to our lovely sponsor, Alpha Juice Co. Fellas, you drink some of this soul power. Trust me, you will keep her juicy down there. So click the link down in the description box or click the link in the pinned comment section. If you want some of this soul power, fellas, and use my promo code DS1Ross at your checkout to get a discount off on your purchase. Salute to all the visionaries. Once again, I appreciate all of y'all for tuning into today's show. We will be back next week, so y'all stay tuned. DS1Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and remember, y'all, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.